Hello and welcome everybody to another StarCraft 2 cast by Glitch. Today is QXC day. I am super excited. I just finished casting a QXC game between a Protoss player who was just demolished by QXC's amazing use of Ravens. Absolutely incredible game. If you didn't already see it, go check that game out. That game is absolutely ridiculous. QXC was so good. So I'm so excited to cast now a TVZ for you guys. This is going to be spawning here in the top left position as the red Terran. We have, of course, FXO's QXC. Spawning here in the top right position as the blue Zerg, a player you guys may have heard about because he's darn good. Mondragon. Mondragon. I don't know. I've heard his name pronounced several different ways before, and I'm never entirely sure which one it's supposed to be, so I might flip-flop depending on whatever comes naturally to me. So we'll see. Mondragon is a German player, and I forget what team is he on. He's on some more obscure team. Darn it, I forget what team. I'm gonna have to look it up later. But I know that he's a really good Zerg player because I have seen him play before. Excellent Zerg player. Definitely looking forward to this match between both of these absolutely amazing players. Now, I'm actually getting some frame rate issues. I know lately I've actually been getting a lot of frame rate issue complaints. I don't know why. I have no idea what the reason is for the frame rate issues, but every now and then my frame rate's been dropping lately, so I might have to get some more RAM on my computer. I don't know, but if my frame rate is a little bit crappy right now, I apologize, and I will try to get that sorted out. Now, let's be jumping right into this game right now because we want to be seeing what both of these fantastic players are doing in this game. Now, we do have a bit of a 2-racks here coming down from QXC, so it looks like we are going to be seeing some early pressure. No gas geysers have gone down yet for QXC, but in the base of Mondragon, we can see that he has thrown down an early hatchery, so it looks like he's going to be fast expanding here before pool. So he did go hatch pool, so this could be definitely a dangerous move here for QXC. QXC accidentally doing some pinging on the map to indicate that yes, this is indeed where the Zelnaga tower is, and now he's going to be moving forward with this SCV. He's going to be throwing down a bunker. The first two Marines are going to be popping out here very shortly. It looks like only one is up so far, but a second SCV is also on the way. Now QXC going to be poking up into this base. Looks like he's just going to be faking a bit of a scout here until his Marine is here. Is he going to start throwing down that bunker? Looks like not yet. Looks like he's just trying to pretend that he's just coming for a scout right now. Definitely doesn't want to reveal too much of what he's doing right now at this point in time, but he needs to get this down quickly because his forces are just now coming across the map, and very soon Mondragon is going to have that spawning pool up, and there we go. We're going to see some lings coming down, no doubt. Yeah, there we go. We now have 6 lings on the way for Mondragon, 2 SCVs down right now for QXC. Is he going to be throwing down 1 bunker or 2 bunkers? There is 1 Marine here. More are currently on the way, 2 more streaming across the map right now, and now Mondragon definitely trying to get some drone kills here. So far, looks like 1 worker has gone down, and am I getting horrible frame rate issues still? Alright, hang on one second. Here's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to do this right in the middle of the game. We're going to turn down the texture quality. Let's see what that does, if that helps at all on the frame rate. There we go. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I hope it does. If not, well, you guys all just got to watch me change some settings for a little bit in the middle of an intense fight. Yay! Alright, now 6 Zerglings are out for Mondragon. Looks like he's going to be able to clean up this attack. Alright, very nicely done there by Mondragon. Trying to get up a second bunker as fast as he can, but this first bunker wasn't quite able to finish for QXC, and it looks like the Ling and drone count here is just getting a little bit too high, and I think QXC is going to be forced to cancel both of these as the Spine Crawlers are now up. Beautifully handled there by Mondragon. Absolutely impressive handling there by Mondragon. Didn't really lose all that much right now. I think, yeah, he only lost 1 worker to the actual 2 SCVs lost by QXC there. So very well played there by Mondragon. Let's check out that Harvester tab because that is definitely the most important thing. After there's been a big early exchange like this, we can see that Mondragon is now just focusing on drones right now. He's actually up by quite a bit. QXC now throwing down 1 gas geyser. He does have a command center going down as well. Looks like he's trying to continue to be aggressive here. More Marines are coming across the map right now, so it looks like he's going to try to continue to be aggressive here, but I think these 2 Spine Crawlers are going to shut down any further aggression here from QXC. At this point, QXC just really wants to prevent any kind of third expansion coming down. Mondragon now going to be poking up into the main. Looks like he's going to be able to poke in there. Yep, he's going to be able to see that command center. knows exactly what is going down. Yep, saw that command center, knows that it's there, knows that QXC is going to be expanding, so he's definitely going to feel much, much more safer throwing down more of those drones. Definitely wants to be doing that right now. Another queen coming up. We even have another spine crawler coming up just to be safe. Absolutely love that play there from Mondragon. Of course, when you think about it, a spine crawler only costs 1 larva. Whereas Zerglings, I mean, how many Zerglings would you say it takes to take out a spine crawler? I would say at least, I don't know, around like 8 or 10 Zerglings to take out a spine crawler. And 8 or 10 Zerglings, that's 4 or 5 larvae. That's 4 or 5 drones. 4 or 5 drones is a big deal, especially in the early game. So definitely when you think about how much they cost in terms of larvae, definitely good to go with spine crawlers. Spine crawlers are just ridiculously good in the early game. All the defensive units really are really good. Photon cannons are actually ridiculously good in StarCraft 2 as well. So yeah, definitely very, very strong move to just be throwing down spine crawlers while he continues to drone. A few more lings are coming up on the map. Looks like he's going to try to get a little bit of aggression in here. He needs to be very careful though. The marine count is rather high, and QXC now taking down some destructible rocks so he can try to poke around the back. He's going to try to get in here, try to deal some damage. He's taking down this one spine crawler. That one spine crawler is going to go down, and it looks like QXC now going to continue to be aggressive. These 2 spine crawlers just a little too far out of place there. He's now going to be right in the middle of the line, preventing any mining here from Mondragon for a little while. One Zergling, a bunch of Zerglings here waiting for that Zergling speed to finish. He's still got another 55 seconds for that Zergling speed to finish. Going to be moving in with the Marines as his spine crawler goes in and starts to root itself. These Zerglings not getting the best surround right now, as a lot of these Zerglings, or a lot of these Marines rather, are keeping themselves nice and holed up in that mineral line so that the Zerglings can't get a full surround. But there we go. Looks like Mondragon finally able to clean that up again. Beautiful handling here by Mondragon. I'm actually really impressed with how he's handling all this pressure. So much pressure going down, and he is just handling it so well. Still only 1 worker lost. So really all he lost in that exchange was a spine crawler and a few Zerglings. When you think of all the Marines that QXC lost, let's actually check out that units lost tab. Yeah, look at that. Look at the huge difference in resources lost for both of these players right now. Mondragon definitely in an excellent spot to win this game at this point in time. For the first time ever, it looks like Mondragon is going to be able to push out and get a little bit of map control. He's taking the Xel'Naga Watchtower, can see exactly what is going on here, and now QXC is going to be taking his orbital command at his natural expansion. These lings are going to be poking in right now, trying to deny this expansion for as long as possible. Yep, looks like he's going to be able to force a pickup there from QXC. The bunker goes down there. Marines not able to quite get in there, but we do have 2 Hellions out on the field right now for QXC. In the base of QXC, we currently have 2 factories currently out, both pumping out Hellions. Blue Flame Hellion currently on the way. Wow, did they actually change this? I swear that flame was actually blue in the picture, like, not that long ago. Am I just crazy? I'm pretty sure, right? Somebody tell me that I'm not crazy. Somebody comment down below. Tell me that I'm not crazy about this blue flame Hellion thing. This was blue, right? Maybe this replay is just that old. I swear to God, it was uploaded not even a week ago. This replay was just uploaded like 4 or 5 days ago. But it's possible that the game was played quite a ways before that. Now, looks like that Blue Flame Hellion upgrade is going to be finishing. He's pumping out those Hellions 2 at a time right now off of those 2 factories. Engineering Bay going up as well. Let's check out that barracks count. I'm actually curious to know what the barracks count is. 3 barracks currently up right now. Looks like 2 with reactors, 1 with Tech Lab. Stim currently on the way, plus 1 infantry upgrades just now starting. In the base of Mondragon, let's see what kind of tech he is going for right now. We do have more spines going up all over the place. Definitely a safe play there by Mondragon. Evolution Chamber currently out as well. Looks like no other tech though. Lair tech is up and available right now, but these spine crawlers are going to do quite well to defend all of these Hellions. I don't think roaches are going to be needed here. Nice, beautiful wall off here by Mondragon with these 2 spine crawlers and this evolution chamber, as well as this queen. He can just move this queen back and forth between this spot and this spot and be able to block those Hellions off. And QXC realizes that he is just going to be pulling back right now to the safety of his own base. Some lings did try to go for a little bit of a run by there. Did they get many workers? No, they actually didn't get any workers at all. Did some damage there, but these Hellions were here to clean them up. So they did go down, and yeah, holy cow, look at that versus light. 24 damage. Yeah, this is definitely pre-patch. These Hellions are still darned good against Zerglings and drones, and QXC using that to his advantage right now, poking in with these Hellions trying to force Mondragon to bring out some of these Lings and defend here, but these Spines I think are pretty well shutting down any kind of aggression here from QXC. Let's check out that Harvester tab right now, as we can see that Mondragon is just a little bit up 50 Harvesters to 47 of QXC. He really needs to start throwing down another expansion soon. There's a one Marine here guarding that third expansion for Mondragon, and Mondragon actually starting to get out the Roaches now. We do see a Roach Warren. Where the heck is that Roach Warren? Can't even find that Roach Warren. Am I just looking at it and just totally blind, or does he have it hiding somewhere? Is it just me, or is there no Roach Warren on the map? You guys are probably all looking at it right now and just telling me about how dumb I am for not... Ah, there it is, at the top of the ramp. Interesting Roach Warren positioning there by Mondragon. So it looks like he's going to be getting some Roaches here. Interesting style of play here from Mondragon. No Spire going down yet, which is kind of surprising, but we do have an Infestation Pit coming down with those Pathogen Clans, so it looks like he's going to be going for some Infestor play. Now, we do have Roaches here at the front getting some early damage done to those Marines, but there's a high Marine count here, and he's actually splitting up his forces. Lings going in here, trying to pick off these Siege Tanks, trying to pick off a few workers there, but it looks like this attack, for the most part, is not going to be very effective. Mondragon going to be forced to pull back, and it looks like he really didn't do that much damage. Yeah, only one worker was killed in that exchange, and he lost quite a bit. Let's check out that unit loss tab. Yeah, that was definitely not the best exchange there for Mondragon, as we can see that he is now way above in the units lost tab. Resources lost are way higher for Mondragon right now. QXC definitely going to be feeling good after that, and as we can see, he's now going to be pushing out. There's that Blue Flame Hellion. Does it actually look like Blue Flame Hellion? No, it's not Blue Flame there either. I don't know what the... I don't think it was ever a Blue Flame on the actual unit, but it was definitely Blue Flame here more recently. I don't know. Anyway, QXC is now going to be pushing up with a big Marine and Siege Tank force. He's going to be spreading out those Siege Tanks just a little bit. This is definitely going to be a deadly push here from QXC. So many Siege Tanks that are nicely spread here, can be very hard to deal with. Lots of Roaches here. Let's check out the unit count right now. Let's see that there are actually 10 Roaches right now out for Mondragon, as well as 5 Infestors. Queens on the way, not producing too many more Lings at this point, just producing mass Roaches, and here come the Infestors. Infestors getting fungal growth off on those Marines. Not the best fungal growth though. Very nice spread here from QXC. All his Marines are spread out, making it very hard to fungal multiples at once. Siege Tanks dealing lots and lots of damage. Looks like QXC is trying to go for a little bit of a contain here as the bunker is going down here, but there are no more Marines out here. In the meantime, these Siege Tanks able to deal a lot of damage. Is he going to get a scan down on those Roaches? Those Roaches are currently healing up really fast. As we can see, their health is just shooting right back up, because when they are burrowed, they deal quite a bit of damage. And there we go. There's the lift off from Mondragon as he unburrows. Looks like he's going to be able to clean up this force from QXC. QXC trying to rally in more forces, but I think Mondragon's in a pretty good spot here. Siege Tanks going up right now. Nice siege there by QXC, not too late at all, and it looks like these Siege Tanks are now going to be able to push back the forces of Mondragon. Mondragon not taking a third right now is what he really needs to take a third. He's even bases, and QXC now taking a third of his own. Mondragon actually behind in bases right now. Definitely not a good position for him to be in, and QXC is now controlling the middle of the map with these Siege Tanks. Has Marines on the Xel'Naga watchtowers. Definitely in a good position right now. And look at QXC being so good about checking the map, has Marine patrolling all over the place to check for any kind of expansions going down here for Mondragon, and it looks like Mondragon finally deciding like he might want to start to set up and expand here, trying to spread creep as good as possible, but QXC constantly just knocking all those creep tumors back. Mondragon now currently with a few burrowed units out in the middle. I think he might have forgotten about these two guys here that are just hanging out in the middle of the map. Hatchery finally going down here for Mondragon, but QXC immediately aware of it with the Marine, and now QXC throwing down the sensor tower. Absolutely love that move. Anytime I ever see a sensor tower go down, if you guys have ever watched any of my previous Terran Gamecasts, I love me some sensor towers. They're so good. They're so good. They really don't cost that much, and they give you so much map control around your base, especially against Zerg, who rely on those fast units to try to get out and try to do a lot of counterattacking. Those sensor towers just help oh so much. And now we actually see Mondragon moving out here with a couple of Infestors. These Infestors are burrowed, so they do not get seen by the sensor tower. So QXC does not at all see these right now, and there is not a whole lot of detection at the front. There's a sensor tower there, and there we go. Now those two Infestors do get cleaned up there by QXC. So QXC definitely doing a good spot of getting that defense up right now with those detectors. definitely doing everything he can to prevent everything that Mondragon is trying to throw at him right now. Mondragon now double expanding right now. We can see 2 expansions down for Mondragon and just 1 getting up saturated now. Checking out that harvester count. There we go. That's that harvester count we like to see from Zerg. Holy cow, look at that oversaturation right now. That is absolutely ridiculous. At both of these bases, they are so far oversaturated. 101 workers currently for Mondragon. That is actually way too many workers. Anytime you get above 100 workers, that is definitely a very, very dangerous spot to be in. 100 workers is way, way more than you need, and having 100 workers really, really cuts into your army supply at that point. The optimal place you want to be around 65 to... some of the players like to get up to 80 workers. 80 workers to me, though, even 80 just feels really, really excessive. But as we can see, there's a big push here coming out for QXC. QXC not even bothering to siege up these tanks right now. Knows he can handle these very well on his own. Infestor getting off nice. Fungal growth on those Bioforces. Actually did quite a bit of damage with those Infestors. Nice little play there by Mondragon, but Mondragon now needs to get expanding, needs to get all these bases saturated as quick as he can, needs to start macroing up a lot of forces really fast here with those 100 workers that he's got. And there we go. He's actually started to build some buildings and things there to reduce the number of workers he's got. Now, there are only a couple of spines here, and Mondragon doesn't have a lot of forces immediately here to be able to deal with this, and the hatchery does fall here from for QXC. Wow, nice fungal growths there on those medevacs. Looks like he's going to be able to catch them off guard. Oh, he didn't manage to catch them. 2 fungal growths there were actually wasted. Didn't quite get those medevacs, and QXC able to escape with a lot of those medevacs. And oh no, looks like these medevacs are actually about to come directly to where this expansion is. QXC with the absolutely amazing game sense, going to be checking this expansion on his way out now, just now seeing that this expansion is finishing. And will it get canceled there by Mondragon, or will he lose those resources? In the meantime, there's a big push coming here from QXC in the middle of the map, and yeah, that hatchery did finish by Mondragon, not able to cancel that. Just lost 300 minerals. Mondragon not in a good spot at all right now. Tons of units lost right now for Mondragon. How is he responding to this right now? Right now, lots and lots of roaches being produced. They do have tunneling claws. They have that +1/+1 upgrade as well as burrow. And now some roaches going for a bit of a counterattack here, trying to go from the back. Lots of fungal growths there going down. I actually kind of want to see that again. This is a long game, I apologize guys, but I kind of really want to see this engagement going down. There we go, lots of fungal growths going down there on those Marines, lots of roaches coming in here, dealing a lot of damage here, but a lot of Marines are able to survive, and looks like they're just going to burrow and move back. Wow, those Marines are really, really close to being dead. It is definitely autumn in Marine land right now. It is all reds, yellows, and oranges, and wow, Mondragon actually doing a pretty good job right now. Since he's able to macro up so quickly with so many workers, he can actually afford to just send in a lot of forces at once. Do we have macro hatcheries? Yeah, we've got 1 macro hatchery here for Mondragon at the moment, and it looks like that's about it. Trying to get another base going here at this lower expansion, but this push from QXC is going to keep a pretty tight contain on Mondragon. Looks like he's going to be going for a bit of a counterattack here. There is still that turret up there, so I don't know how much he expects to accomplish with this missile turret there. He's not going to be able to get too far. No siege tanks currently out here, though, and it looks like he is now going to be moving into this lower expansion. There's a missile turret here, but nothing that can actually shoot these units. In the meantime, units from QXC moving forward, sieging up on creep, +3 infantry armor as well as +2 vehicle weapons coming up right now for QXC. Ghost Academy, 2 starports on the way as well. And it looks like QXC now pushing in with a lot of siege tanks, going to be sieging those up. Definitely love this from QXC. He's just leapfrogging his siege tanks forward. There we go. See, once these are sieged up, he now unsieges these, moves them forward, and sieges them up in forward positions so that he never has them all unsieged at the same time. There is a bit of a counterattack here coming down for Mondragon, able to get a lot of drone kills over there. And in the meantime, these forces, though, from QXC starting to push up very, very strong right now. High-sec auto-tracking actually going down for QXC right now. That is going to help out his planetary fortresses as well as his missile turrets. That high-sec auto-tracking, definitely a strange upgrade to get in this particular matchup. I see it sometimes used in Terran versus Terran, not so much in Terran versus Zerg, though. Definitely an interesting move there by QXC, but continuing to produce a lot of Marines, a lot of siege tanks coming across the map right now. But we do, for Mondragon, have Hive Tech up right now. Hive Tech is up, Greater Spire is up, 5 Broodlords currently on the way for Mondragon. That is exactly what he needs to be able to deal with these kind of forces here with those Broodlords. Of course, he will be able to start hitting these Marines, and these siege tanks will start to take out their own forces there as they get that friendly fire going on. In the meantime, drop going down here at the natural. There is way too much going on right now. Another base getting taken out here. Drops going on here, and oh my god, I just restarted the entire replay. Fantastic move by me. Fantastic. Oh my god. Now, I'm not restarting this game. We are just going to continue to power on. We're just going to jump right back up there. I'm going to continue to try to watch the minimap even more because there is so much going on all over the place. We do have another attack here going down for Mondragon. Mondragon trying to get QXC to relent at the front of his base here by trying to just attack all over the place, trying to be everywhere at once. More roaches coming down there. There we go, and now we're getting a little bit of everything there. We're going to actually see that Mondragon is actually going to deal quite a bit of damage. 20 workers already killed. Here comes the sieging up by QXC. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit because we did see this already right now. Drops going down at this lower expansion here, and it looks like he's going to be denying that expansion once again. But in the meantime, the Roach Ling count up here is actually getting rather high. It looks like he's going to be able to get this planetary fortress. These SCVs are healing it quite a bit, but it's not going to quite get up. In the meantime, the forces from QXC now stimming forward. More siege tanks sieging up in the front lines. They're going to start shelling on this natural expansion pretty hard here, and Mondragon trying to do his best he can to try to stay afloat here. In the meantime, drops going down here for QXC at the lower base. This push continuing to be aggressive here. Another orbital command has been landed at this base. Large roach numbers there, but it looks like Mondragon is going to be, I don't know what he's going to be doing at this point in time because he's losing a lot of forces right now, losing his natural expansion, and he's not bringing back his forces to be able to defend. Here come those Broodlords. Broodlords now moving across the map, gonna start attacking these siege tanks, and as we can see, see how all the siege tanks are shooting their own kind, and now QXC with the quick reaction speed able to unsiege all his tanks and now pull back. Now Vikings are on the way here for QXC. There are still some roaches here burrowed in the back of the mineral line, but these Broodlords continuing to be a little bit aggressive. He's going to need to reestablish some more bases here as soon as he can. Mondragon definitely not mining right now. Way up in the harvester count, 64 harvesters to 26, but just no mining bases. Only one mining base right now to QXC's. QXC's got this base mining here. He's still got quite a few resources here at this base as well. Checking out that workers killed count, 56 workers killed right now for Mondragon. There is just too much action going on all over the map right now, and Mondragon looks like he's just struggling though to keep up right now because he's gonna start to fall behind in the resources. QXC, despite losing a lot of workers, he has all of these mules which get him so many resources quite quickly. Now it looks like Mondragon trying to get some burrow tactics going on here to try to deal some damage here, but QXC definitely continuing to macro as well as he can. Still up in the food count, 184 food to the 53 food of Mondragon, taking another expansion of his own. Does Mondragon know about this? No, he doesn't yet know about that expansion, but he does have a big drop here coming from Mondragon. Looks like he's finally deciding to get a little bit aggressive. He needs to drop those units as soon as he can. There we go. Units all now coming down here for Mondragon. Lots of roaches, lots of lings, definitely making the best of the fact that he is behind and he needs to be doing some kind of tactics to try to get ahead right now. Using small groups of units and drops is definitely one good way of doing that. In the meantime, more units being unburrowed there behind that the third expansion's mineral line. QXC definitely a little bit on the ropes, but just because he's mining and macroing so hard right now, he's definitely in a very good position. Mondragon, we have to remember that he does have these Broodlords, definitely a strong force to have to deal with here from QXC, but QXC now moving across the map with a lot of Vikings. All the Vikings are focusing down those Broodlords as fast as they can. Nice fungal growth there, goes down on Mondragon, and there we go. All those Vikings getting repeatedly fungal growth. Is QXC going to be able to keep him alive? Looks like he loses most of them there, but wow, actually all the Broodlords did stay alive there for Mondragon, so nice little move there. Banelings now coming up here for Mondragon as well. Mondragon finally getting up his other expansions. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be transferring some of his workers because this natural expansion really not worth mining too much on there anymore. Actually, there's still kind of a lot of gas there. That might be worth taking just for all the gas that we're seeing at that location. As we can see, his mineral count is really high right now. Gas count definitely suffering. Could definitely do with that extra 2k gas that he'd be getting from that expansion. But in the meantime, we can see that he's trying to capitalize on the fact that he's got a high mineral count right now. Lots of lings on the production tab. Infestors, very cost-effective units, definitely can be very strong in this case. When he's definitely behind on the food count, he needs cost-effective units, needs to keep these Broodlords alive, and it looks like he's finally going to start dealing some pressure here to this third expansion from QXC. QXC now does have this fourth expansion up, and it looks like he's going to start mining on it, but the Viking count is getting rather high again. Nice unit placement here by Mondragon. Is he going to be able to catch those units? Yeah, looks like he is able to catch 4 Vikings there. Is he going to be able to get them again? I don't actually know if he is. No, he doesn't actually have vision all the way over there. Now, we do have a drop here going down for QXC. Banelings coming in right now, able to clean up a a lot of them, but it looks like QXC with the beautiful Marine split, able to divide up all those units, going to be able to get this free Broodlord. Yep, the Broodlord does go down, and he is now in the expansion, now moving out. Broodlord's moving in right now for Mondragon, trying to deal some damage here. He's got a lot of infestors out here right now. Lots of Vikings moving in. They are rather clumped, though, and if Mondragon is able to get a fungal growth off, and there's the fungal growth going down for Mondragon, he is going to repeatedly be fungal growthing those, and yeah, we can see that those Viking count is going to drop really, really fast here. Mondragon continuing to apply a lot of pressure with these Broodlords, but more drops going down in the natural expansion here. Is Mondragon going to pull back to try to defend this? He's going to lose a lot of tech here. He's got his Hive, he's got his Baneling Nest, definitely critical tech up right now. If this Greater Spire goes down as well, definitely going to be a big loss to Mondragon. He needs to be sticking with these cost-effective units like Broodlords and Infestors, but so many forces here for QXC right now, continuing to macro up. He is still mining fairly strong on this one base, needs to get a lot more SCVs out on the field. Big force of Marines and Siege Tanks right now. Both these players really struggling at this point to keep their macro up, but there we go. All the Broodlords finally do get cleaned up there by QXC. QXC in an excellent position, 163 food to the 100 food of Mondragon. Let's check out that Harvester tab. QXC still struggling to get that Harvester tab right now. 37 to 60 workers right now. Now sieging up in this good position here between these two bases, and I wouldn't be surprised if he actually moves his forces down here to siege up on this high ground and start shelling at this one of the few mining expansions right now. Another drop going down here for QXC, trying to be as effective as he can with the small number of units that he has, and looks like he's dealing some good damage here. Another evolution chamber going down right now for Mondragon, but needs to be getting up a lot of forces right now, because right now he just doesn't really have a whole lot in the way of forces. Really relying on a lot of lings right now. Lost a lot of infestors at this point in the game, and there we go. Now those siege tanks are now shelling this third base here from Mondragon, and I don't think he's going to be able to hold that base for much longer. In the meantime, I'm actually surprised that QXC is not actually focusing a little bit more on building workers. He's in such a good economic position right now. Needs to be able to deal as much damage. Needs to be able to get his economy even stronger. Wow, nice. I'm actually surprised that he could actually see. With that scan, he actually saw the infestors all the way over there. Nice little scan there by QXC. Kind of a little bit lucky there. But in the meantime, Mondragon trying to make the best of the situation right now. Got a lot of lings moving around the map. Finally taking another expansion here. This expansion's getting low to mined out, and this expansion just really doesn't have much here. So looks like Mondragon's going to need to do something crazy if he wants to catch up. Another expansion here going down for QXC, getting ready to expand. Able to chase away that Overlord, which was pooping out some of that creep at that expansion. Going to prevent him from landing there for a little bit. Lots of Banelings going down here. Looks like we are going to see a Baneling bust go down on this planetary fortress. In the meantime, QXC sieging up a lot of tanks here at this expansion, taking out the next mining expansion. Oh no, if this expansion goes down, it's definitely going to be deadly here for Mondragon, because he's not going to have any more mining bases. If this base goes down, it's definitely going to be critical there for Mondragon. Is Mondragon going to move in with these Banelings and take out that planetary fortress? This is actually where I'm focused the most right now. I really want to see that happen. That would actually be really, really exciting to see happen. Mondragon actually losing a lot of forces. QXC finally maxing out 192 food to 104 food of Mondragon right now. Mondragon trying to move around the base, looking for some weaknesses here with these infestors, getting nice fungal growth there off on those Marines, but now looks like Mondragon has finally lost this base, trying to get more mining to this other base, but all the forces of QXC are stimming in, focusing down that hatchery, and that is going to eliminate all of the mining here for Mondragon. All the Banelings now coming in, and are we going to lose that planetary fortress? Yeah, the planetary fortress does go down. Awesome move there by Mondragon. I think that is going to be the end of Mondragon, though, as he is currently 53 food to 187 of QXC. QXC definitely in a good position to win this map, and there is the GG from Mondragon. Holy cow, that was a long game, you guys. Whew, that was a really, really long game. But amazing play there from QXC. That is going to be the last one I do today. I had one other replay, but it is almost as long as this game, so I think that's all that I'm going to be able to upload. So I'm going to call it right here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching those QXC games. If you did, please comment, please subscribe, please share these videos with your friends. I really appreciate every single view that I get, and I love all you subscribers oh so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Big heart to you guys. Glitch out.